What's going on, gamers? Welcome back to another customing reaction. Get your snacks, because this is a good one. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared Theory, this time by Inside of Mind. I had a lot of people telling me to watch this one. Like, a lot. I thought the Matt Pat one was like a lot of people, but no, this one, people were like, you gotta see Inside of Mind's theory. They are built different. And if you're wondering, customing, why did you only upload once today? You normally upload at least 3 times. That's because it is a Sunday, and on Sundays, I'm going to be streaming. If you want to check out my stream, it's going to be in probably an hour or 2 after this video goes up. And I'm going to be on Twitch. If you check the description, you will see it. Now, let's just get into the interesting stuff. Inside of Mind, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared reaction. Let's go.
I don't know what's going to happen, because, I mean, if you think about it, unless this was...
I thought Inside of Mind was, dude. Everyone said
all
it's
a dream. Like, the last 6 episodes were an actual dream, because the title is Wakey Wakey.
I don't believe that, though. That's I don't agree with that theory at all.
Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is
a
strange
okay, it is a guy.
web series here on YouTube that presents itself as a children's TV show, with 3 main puppets learning a new lesson every episode through song. But by the end of each episode, it turns into a horrible nightmare. So many people, including myself, have covered this show and given our own interpretations on what we think it all means. But while most of our theories are different, the vast majority all focus around one theme in particular.
And what is that?
The media.
The media.
The media.
The media.
The media.
Wait, hold on. The media.
Media.
There we go.
All popular theories believe that Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared represents the media brainwashing kids at a very young age into thinking a certain way. Corporations fund these kid shows and interfere with the creativity of the creators, ultimately ruining their show.
And I was debunking Matt Pat's theory because they had made a Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared show, and they did tone down the gore a little bit because it's a TV show now.
This theory has become such a huge force in the community that almost no one ever questions it. Even when the final episode came out back in 2016, instead of looking at the new episode and asking if the theory still holds up, people just molded the new episode in a way where it would fit the theory.
Oh my gosh.
Looking back, it's something I did without even realizing.
Really?
I was so convinced that the idea was correct that I was never able to look at the new episode with an open mind. But 2 years have passed, and now that I'm older, I feel I have a much clearer mind. And not too long ago, the channel has released a teaser trailer after 2 years of silence, promising
when
new
Wakey Wakey
episodes
came out,
to
bro,
come in
I
the
was
form of a TV show, which slightly
I had
contradicts
so
some of
much,
the morals the media theory had.
what's it
meaning
called?
Chinks in the armor are starting
Happy
to show,
thoughts.
and people in the community may be finally starting
You can't
to
trust me on
question.
words, boys.
Well, almost everyone.
The duck is Donald Trump.
Yes.
Huh? When did Matt Pat say that? Someone give me the episode on that.
Matt Pat has made a video covering this teaser trailer, and he's made 2 previous videos covering the original series. Both of them are the most viewed videos covering Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, and talking about the media theory. There are so many people who really believe this theory to be true.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's a good theory. Now that he's laid out the theory in that way.
Put me on there.
Honestly, for me, this was spot on. I really think he's figured out what they were going for.
Hold on. I'm gonna add myself to the reaction. Real quick. Pretty cool. Dude, it's me! Oh my god! Learned a couple things here. One, he put me in the video! Roy is... Okay. I don't hear this guy. He probably copyrighted him.
Oh my gosh. Okay. It makes sense. If it makes sense, and I respect him for that shit.
Looking back at those 2 videos and other theories of the media, I don't agree with that at all. In fact, it has just as many flaws as any other theory. But because so many people have seen this theory and have believed it for so long, I feel that I can't present a new interpretation without having to address this theory. So that's what I'm going to do. In order to present something new, I'm going to have to debunk the old.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest. When I was debunking it, everyone was so mad at me. Everyone in the last video, like almost every comment was talking about how they were kind of mad at me for debunking it, but
before we actually address,
I mean, I'm just saying my thoughts, guys. I am a stupid guy, though.
I think the best thing we can do is look into the background.
Hey, I've never seen that photo.
I'm Scared, and see if there's any kind of connection to the media theory. The best way to do that is look at the creators
the heck?
themselves, Becky Sloan and Joseph Pell.
I've never.
What do they
Where'd they
think
get these
of the
photos
media
from?
theory that appears in every single forum that talks about Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared? Well, they've never actually addressed a specific theory before. In fact, they've openly announced that all theories are correct. That's probably not the best way to start a debunking video, but let me explain. In an interview on metro.co.uk...
So wait, hold on. All theories are correct? I'm sorry to keep pausing it, boys, but if every theory is correct, I'm gonna make a theory right now. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared was made in my room. By my cat. I'm sorry, guys. I love awkward pauses in videos. It's my favorite thing. You better get used to it.
Becky and Joe were asked,
have you read any of the fan theories about this series? If so, have any interpretations taken you by surprise?
I bet.
We've read a lot of theories online about what it all means, and they are all correct. Joseph Pelling also
they're just saying that,
elaborated on
though.
this during their time at VidCon 2016.
I might turn down the video
duo
just
were
a little
invited
bit.
to a panel art on YouTube, and at one point during this, Joe replies to a fan after they asked, what are the misconceptions about art?
Oh?
I guess the idea or
It's
the
actually
notion
interesting.
of understanding art is something that maybe we don't really think about very much. I don't think that all art needs to be understood. Or people
Yeah, I agree with that.
ways. And the way we sort of think about it is that if people think about
I get it, because, like, art. When my cat decides to... Oh, my... Okay. 2 examples of my cat. First, when my cat decides to not poop in his litter box. And second, when he decides to... he likes to move it with the stuffed animal over there. I don't know why. Can somebody tell me why a cat with no balls has started to get horny? Honest
what
question.
we do and it comes across in a certain way to them, then that's correct. To them, that's fine. And so
Who's that little kid up there?
Interpretations and they're all sort of equally valid.
Joe believes that you can interpret art however you want, even if it's not what the creator intended. Whatever your
That's
interpretation
partly true.
is, that is correct.
But that's not
to
what
you.
the creator
I personally like that
wanted.
message, and I don't doubt for a second that Becky and Joe believe that. But I find it rather strange that before the media theory appeared on forums, videos, and started dominating everyone's
there's
interpretation
a
of the
lot
show, the creators were very open of what the show was actually about. In
Mhm.
fact, Becky and Joe pretty much explained what the first episode means back in 2011.
Really?
Before the whole media craze even started. An interviewer on motiongrapher.com asked the creators if Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared had a deeper meaning.
I've been internally debating whether the video is subversive or just merely disturbing. Do you have any opinions on
What
that?
did they say about
I don't
this?
think we aimed to make a comment on creativity, but we wanted to make light of how creativity and self-expression is basically something very difficult to teach. Creativity
I mean,
is
not
almost
really.
always associated with progress and healthy positive expression, but in actual fact, you can get creative with a hammer and a cowpat. So the whole
That's
idea
not wrong.
of the first episode was to just poke fun at how absurd it is to try and teach something like creativity.
I mean, you can teach creativity, but you can't teach it. To teach creativity, here's what I want you guys to do real quick. I want all of you to type a comment and say anything you want. Congratulations, you were creative.
You can't just tell someone that a
Hey.
certain color isn't creative.
I saw one of
because
you
that's
guys
just
saying
not
that.
how creativity
Don't say that.
works. As you read this interview, you
Maybe.
begin to realize that the whole puppets on a kids show was just a secondary thought to the creators. It was never intended to be critical of kids shows.
Why are the creators of the show so cynical about kids programming? Are they trying to say that there's some big conspiracy behind kids TV shows? Well, yeah, actually.
Yeah.
It definitely seems that way. Dig a little bit deeper and there's evidence that the show's creators
I kept it
are
together
railing
for that
against
scene
not
this
just
time,
kids
boys.
TV, but the makers of kids TV and what their goals really
I
are.
just
I
watched this, man.
understand that a lot of
This is
people,
crazy. It's like
including
a
myself,
flashback.
Suggested that the creators are cynical towards kid shows, but this interview gives me the complete opposite impression. In fact, Becky at one point tells us that she enjoys educational kid shows after being asked if there were any
Yeah.
children's media that inspired the show. We did look at a whole range of educational
I
kid
wonder-
shows that involve
probably
craft
Sesame
making
Street or-
puppets, such as Finger Bobs and Heartbeat, which are both
Finger Bobs and Heartbeat? Okay, I'm not gonna look at that right now, but if you guys want to see that, I'll look at it on the stream.
amazing. It's hard to make a film with Muppet-style puppets without referencing kids shows, but we knew we weren't trying to make a deliberate spoof, and that's why we had to make it very weird.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Becky and Joe just wanted to make something with puppets, as they continue to express in this interview.
I mean, I love
how much they
puppets
love
myself.
arts and craft.
Oh,
I used to work at kids camp and
my
developed
cat's
an
trying to come over
obsession
here.
with the different types of fun craft. As a child, I used all types of craft to express my emotions and inner feelings. The puppets were a good way to combine all the craft stuff into a story, and then that's when we wrote the silly song. We had talked for a while about doing something using basic craft artwork, like googly eyes and glitter, and making silly portraits out of tissue paper. Which we both
find
find
very funny.
So,
oh my
in
goodness.
short, there was no true story for this first episode. It was just to poke
Yeah.
fun at teaching creativity, while
Yeah.
also doing something weird with puppets. You might be suggesting
I mean, that's
media
the
theory came up
truest. That's
somewhere
the truest
after
thing
the
I've heard.
first
It's not even a
episode,
theory.
but it
It's
didn't.
legit
In
just
fact,
true.
The media theory started cropping up somewhere at the end of 2011, but only by a select few people. The theory's popularity, however, started to grow once it surfaced on YouTube.
Yeah, when
during
Matt Pat
2013,
put it
as a
out.
couple of channels started
Oh.
covering it for their videos. So basically,
Never mind.
people
That
were
was not Matt
already
Pat.
making theories about the media brainwashing kids based solely on that first episode, even though Becky and Joe had already said there wasn't much to it.
Yeah, they
So
literally
does that
just want.
mean all
They
future
wanted to make a
episodes
gory
don't have a
TV show
meaning
for
behind
kids,
them?
not even for
Well,
kids, but
no.
like a
Joseph
kids-looking
Pelling
puppet.
did step forward in a future interview and actually confirmed later episodes did take on a
Yep.
more narrative approach. And according to their Kickstarter, they promised that everything
Yeah.
would be revealed. So if the media
Yeah,
theory
hold
isn't
on. I'm
the
sorry
story-
for pausing it, but again, I was in that Kickstarter. I'm so proud I was in that Kickstarter, bro. I've been with this since day one. It's my favorite
is
series.
about, then what is the real story? Well, I think the final episode answers that question. So, in short, Film Theory claims
Theory?
that episode 6 is a sequel to episode 5,
Okay.
but then randomly jumps into a prequel of episode 1 before then jumping
This is
into
what I was
a
questioning.
metaphor for the entire series before jumping back into a sequel, claiming that makes more sense than any other theory.
That is literally
I
what
think
I
we're
was
all
saying, and people were
overcomplicating
disagreeing
this.
with me.
Because every episode had a lesson to teach, like creativity, time, love, technology, or healthy diets, we all seem to look at the final lesson of the show as just that, another lesson, despite
Yeah.
this being the final
Oh,
episode.
Turn that boy off.
How can you be sleepy if you don't know how
to have dreams?
Dreams. Listen to the lyrics when the song
Okay,
finally
yeah, I've never
begins.
truly listened to it. Live in your head.
Dreams
are the movies that live in your head.
head.
Let me try to guess what this means. Dreams, movies, head. Dreams are movies that live in your head. Dream face reveal. New Mario movie coming out. Oh god. Head. Oh!
This is the first line
The theory!
in the entire song. At the exact same time, we see a camera projecting a dream onto the yellow guy's head. But not only that,
movie.
this exact camera has been filming other episodes of
Oh,
Don't Hug Me, I'm
yeah.
Scared. Film Theory has pointed out these cameras in his theory, claiming
How
that
many
this
times have they-
proves this is all just a children's TV show. But what he doesn't mention is that all the cameras have eyes, just like all other objects
true.
on set.
Hey,
meaning
yeah,
the
that's a little
cameras
box.
aren't real.
I just slurred. I feel like I'm stupid. That's the little box. The little yellow box that's in every episode. I don't know why he's there, but he's there, and he's like a great character. Somebody name him for me.
Even
Give me
in
official
episode
name I
1,
can
when
call
we
him.
get a 360 view of the whole set, we see that even the boom mics and the clapperboards are all alive.
Yeah.
The reason these cameras are there are to symbolize that this is all just a movie playing inside someone's head. And isn't it
Okay.
interesting that the lamp is
Interesting
singing
theory.
about dreams, and all of a sudden we transition to the red guy waking up almost as if he was dreaming about the yellow guy drowning in oil.
Jeez. Actually, though, I hate to say it, but I kind of agree. I kind of agree. It does make a little sense, but I'm not gonna fully agree. All right, I want to see more evidence on this.
Can you
File these files, please.
Isn't it strange?
I can almost
how the
perfectly
Don't
do
Hug
every
Me, I'm
voice
Scared
on the
world
show,
is
bro.
made of felt or plastic. Everything around the
Mhm.
set seems to be fake. All the
Well,
objects
hold
seem
on,
to
now-
be
now-
alive and have googly
You can stop right there, because if you're gonna say that, Yellow and Bird are also made of felt, and they both have googly eyes. And if you're gonna say, oh, because Red's the real one dreaming of this, Red has googly eyes too.
Eyes, including the cameras that are filming the show. And yet, when we cut to Red Guy waking up,
he's got googly eyes in real life.
Real. His clothes, the computers, the scenery, even the aspect ratio has changed, almost to symbolize that this is the real world, and what we saw in the past 5 episodes were all fictional movies taking place inside the Red Guy's
But
head.
I do
To
think
further
that
prove my
kind of
point,
does
in
seem
the scene
partially
where
true.
The Red Guy performs on stage, he pulls out 2 puppets on his hand, the Yellow Guy and the Duck, hinting that they're not real. They are part of his imagination. Although Roy, Yellow Guy's father, does appear in this particular
Which that's
scene,
my guy.
the spotlight randomly
If
appears
anybody
on him,
talks
meaning
bad
this is
about
most likely
Roy,
a hallucination
he is
that
my
the Red
man.
Guy is unintentionally creating after being humiliated on stage. Film theory tells us this is Roy seeing Red Guy on stage and decides to hire him to work on a TV show. But if Roy represents corporations like film theory suggests,
what I'm trying to get at here is if this is real life, okay? And I know it's a show. I know it's a show, guys. But if we're making theories here, he is made of felt. He's obviously not a real person. And not a real person in a costume. He is a puppet being controlled. Doesn't that almost kind of debunk the whole theory?
Why does he hire Red Guy after he gets booed off stage? Matt Pat tells us that corporations,
I'm sorry, I always
like
go for the
Roy,
debunking route.
only care about popularity
I put out
and
my
money. Red Guy clearly isn't making much money.
First
and
thought
he
that comes to
very
my head.
clearly
Wow,
isn't
that was a big
popular.
break between
Roy
what I was
hiring
saying.
Red Guy completely contradicts his theory that corporations are evil and only care about popularity. Plus, if Don't Hug Me I'm Scared is about the media brainwashing you, why do all the Red Guys boo him and think the song is terrible? Wouldn't they be enjoying it?
Yeah,
if
they
were
would be the media,
brainwashed? Red
wouldn't
Guy
they?
is singing the Creativity song from episode 1, which is the same song
What's
that
your
tells you
favorite
green
idea?
is not a creative
Mine
color.
is
So
being
you can't tell me
creative.
it's a
I try to say
freedom
it like the
song
Red
that
Guy.
represents expressing yourself, because it does exactly what all the other songs try to do. The song is trying to hold you back from truly being creative and thinking for yourself. You might say that these Red Guys haven't been brainwashed by the media yet. But if that's true, isn't that going against the whole idea that everyone has been brainwashed by the media?
Jeez, it's so hard to find a time to pause this video. It's just his family. I know. It's not even a theory. It's not even a... I just wanted to say that. How you guys doing? Got snacks? Pizza? Hey, no. Give it some. Okay, thank you.
The next scene, we see a big machine that
pineapple on that?
everyone calls the Media Machine. This is said to be a metaphor for the whole series and shows us that Red Guy was somehow hired by Roy and is now working on the TV show. But
That's
film
awesome.
theory tells us Red Guy left early on after
Yeah.
episode 4. But here, he very clearly makes future characters that appeared in episode 5. Why was he able to make episode 5 characters if he left the show in episode 4? Plus,
Right.
Roy appears and almost gestures towards the plug, almost as if he's telling Red Guy to pull the plug. Why would he do that?
I don't know if he's telling him to pull the plug. I don't know. I don't think he's telling him to pull the plug. I think he's just reaching for the machine because he doesn't move his arm towards Red once he starts moving. He just keeps going that way.
That if he's this evil corporation. And if you don't believe
Look,
that
see-
part, Red Guy even takes his time and makes it very clear that he's about to pull the plug. Why wouldn't Roy stop him? He's about to destroy the entire show. After
But again,
that
why
part,
is
film
Roy
theory
still
suggests
reaching for
that
the
this is a
machine?
happy ending, as
Like
it
he's trying to
represents
change
the
something.
creators being free from large corporations, and they are free to make their work with lower budgets on the internet. If that's true, then why is Roy still there in the corner while the credits roll?
Yeah. If you guys couldn't see... Oh, well, now he's gone. Dang. That's wonderful. I'm good at pausing.
Not to
You
mention
guys
the
couldn't see it,
creators
Roy
have
was
announced
right
they're
there.
making some kind of TV show for Don't Hug Me I'm Scared.
I
that
wanted
is
so
funded
bad to
by
see that
several
one. I want to see the
corporations.
key
That goes
one, bro.
against the entire moral of the theory's ending. Plus, Becky has said in earlier interviews that she would like to make the switch of Don't Hug Me I'm Scared to TV, and
Yeah.
that was in 2015.
And they did.
To summarize, I don't think this theory holds up. I do think each lesson is some kind of commentary on the world around us, but
There is one part of Matt Pat's theory I harshly agree with, and it's the Roy on the branding makes so much sense to me. Like Roy is you always see Roy's stuff. Something about Roy has got him on the branding. I don't know if just them putting his name on everything, but like it's cool to me. I thought that was a really cool part of the original theory.
Has nothing to do with the media. In fact, I think Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is about growing up and learning to let go of your childhood. We can already establish from episode 6 that this is a world created by the red guy, and the two puppets are most likely his imaginary friends, since they are just
I feel like
puppets
Yellow
in the
Guy's
real
the main
world,
character,
but yet
though.
they are alive in his imaginary world. This imaginary world is the mind of a child.
Hold on. Let me just say one thing. I keep debunking everything I says. I'm sorry, guys. I'm definitely wrong about 99% of the things I say, but if this was in Red Guy's head, then why was Yellow the only one left in the last episode? And why in the food episode Red was not in it at all? What, like, yeah, was he just imagining himself not in his own head? Was he just wanting to make the show? I need people to put their theories down here and explain some stuff.
If you think about it, that's why words are spelt wrong. That's why teachers don't know what they're talking about, because they were created by a child. The child is the red guy, and he doesn't want to grow up, because adults
I mean, he's
are
got the
boring.
deepest voice in the series, but it would be kind of funny if he was a child. Imagine this dude was a child under the mask.
Well, last year, a TV show called The Amazing World
Yes!
of Gumball
Okay.
premiered.
People have been asking me to react to this. I have seen this before. I'm sorry, but I've seen this, and it is amazing. It is the greatest thing
An
ever.
episode called The Puppets. In this episode, the two main characters find their childhood puppets and decide to travel back to their imaginary world that
and they go into
created
it.
when they were kids, which has a similar style, if you ask me. They soon
This is
find
so
out
good.
the puppets were mistreated when they were younger, and now the puppets plan to punish them.
Yes.
Sound familiar? The
Yes.
entire moral
I
of the
love-
episode,
I'm sorry, I
however,
keep
was
saying
about
I love that
learning to
episode,
let
guys.
go of your childhood and move on. Obviously, you're going to be asking, how does this random episode of a TV show connect to Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared?
Well, I mean, what if don't get me wrong, but what if you got this theory from that episode just to make it make sense?
Well,
Sorry, guys.
if we look at the credits, it was written by Becky Sloan and Joseph Pelling.
That's kind of
the
crazy.
creators of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
That is
But
kind of crazy.
Even though this episode premiered in 2017, it was actually written in April of 2016. A tweet by the creator of Amazing World of Gumball on April 28th, 2016 announced that the creators of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared are in the writer's room, almost 2 months before the final episode was released.
That's
so
crazy.
when they wrote this episode, the story of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared was still fresh in their minds. Think about it. If most of the people
I'm
who'd
starting
seen your
to
show didn't
undebunk
pick
what I
up on the
said.
message you intended, wouldn't it make more sense to tell your message in another show that can explain
What's
it
that
in a
hand?
much clearer way without any risk of telling your fans that their interpretation of your old show was
It's wrong. Yep.
That's correct. To them, that's fine.
And if you compare this episode to Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, the similarities are quite strange. Even
Uh-huh.
all the way to the position the red guy is holding his puppets on stage in the real world.
Okay, man. Okay. Let me explain something. That's just how you hold puppets. You don't hold them over here, down there. You hold them up here.
And how they're both alive in his imaginary world.
But that part
I
is
think
true.
The whole series is about the red guy refusing to grow up. June 19th is most likely the red guy's birthday, his final day before he transitions from a child to an adult.
Once again, I don't think that's what it is. I think it's literally, I've said this in every theory because everyone brings it up. It is the day. It is going through the day. You start in the morning, you end at night. That's
When episode 2 was released back in 2014,
Look, the
Becky
sun
and
is
Joe
rising in that
also
window, and that was
released
episode 2.
Another short they made called Craig's Big Day. According to
I don't think I've seen
Becky,
that.
back in 2014, this is the TV show that the three puppets were going to watch at the start of episode 2.
We only
Okay.
have 5 minutes until our show's on.
That's not enough.
That's not enough.
If we
That's not enough time!
watch Craig's Big Day, it's about a man called Craig doing
Yep.
strange things for his birthday. And his birthday just so happens to be June
Oh,
19th.
19th.
And that's
Oh
not the
my
only time
God.
they've made a reference to birthdays and June 19th in their work. There was an
Yeah.
old music video they made in 2013 that also had June 19th, and it was also circled as a birthday.
I need somebody to deep dive into this for me. Is Becky is Becky's birthday on the 19th, or is anyone on the team's birthday on the 19th and June 19th?
And not only that, if we
If
look
not,
at the
then
calendar's cover, we see 3 balloons.
Oh, actually,
red,
that
yellow, and green.
that might not be a
This
coincidence.
easily connects with how the Don't Hug Me I'm Scared series keeps making references to this date, while also hinting at the theme of parties throughout the whole series. In episode 2,
a party. Birthdays.
In episode 4, where a robot.
Wait,
voice
hold on,
tells
hold
him
on, hold
he's
on, hold on.
not
I just realized
invited to
something.
the party, robot.
If the balloons represent them, and this theory is true, he says like birthdays, and the red balloon is showing up like red guy.
In episode 4, where a robot voice tells him he's not invited to the party.
That's my favorite
And
robot
episode
voice.
5, where the steak guy talks about being invited to a party.
And so is invited
To a way for a party. Red balloon. There was a green balloon in that one that time, but I don't think we've seen a yellow
And the
balloon in
teaser
the
trailer
show.
for episode 6 was party themed. In
Yeah.
contrast to this, Film Theory claims that the date is 19th of June 1955,
Yep.
and the date actually refers to when the British television channel ITV came into production. However,
Okay.
if you make that connection, you have to completely forget that June 19th is even a part of the date. A
Okay.
quick Google search tells us that ITV launched on the 22nd of September
Ooh.
1955, 3 months after June. If that's what
Okay,
the creators
okay.
really wanted us to connect it to, wouldn't it make more sense to have made the date 22nd of September 1955?
Well, but then again, they could have just. It's not like his birthday is set in stone. I feel. Because. How do I explain this? They could have just put that as his birthday if they wanted to. The reason they put the 19th, I don't know. They probably have someone on their team that has that birthday. Well, I'm saying
Mentions a few other things
it's not
that
like they
took
didn't
place
choose the
around
birthday.
that time. For example, a law that was passed and the Queen's coronation, which is obviously supposed to strengthen the connection.
Again, I love that
but it
monkey!
mentions
J. Fred
took place
Muggs!
in either 1954 or 1953. Yes, the year is highly likely to be 1955, but
True.
I think it's for a different reason. On that particular
Play
day, it
Hill.
was Father's Day, which is something Film Theory did actually bring up, and I actually agree with him on that one.
Yes.
The last episode of Don't Hug Me I'm Scared was also uploaded on Father's Day, and Roy, the big supposed villain of the whole show...
Yeah, what if it's Roy's birthday, man? I should make my own Dog Man I'm Scared theory. Do you guys want to see that?
...is a father. Being a father seems to be another recurring theme throughout...
I'm sure
Don't
nobody
Hug
would
Me I'm
agree with me
Scared.
on any of the
But
things I
why?
say, but it would be kind of funny.
Why is birthdays and being a father two recurring themes throughout the whole show?
Because Roy's awesome,
Both of them
and boys'
represent
birthdays are cool.
everything about growing up.
Yeah.
Birthdays are a sign that you are getting older. And
Okay, but what? Somebody count how many times I've paused this video. I'm even getting annoyed at myself for doing this. I'm not going to pause it at all for the rest of this after this one. But can somebody tell me how old they think Roy is?
a father represents an adult. When you're a father, you have to be responsible, independent, and reliable.
Also, what about people
Roy
without
goes
fathers?
out of his way to demonstrate he's not a kid. He's a backer of the show, as we
Yep.
see his name in the credits. He has his
And
own
Roy.
business, like Roy's Flakes and several other things. He's
I
even
was seeing
caught
that.
watching porn from time to time.
Hey,
Roy
yo, you ain't my
represents
cat, Roy.
everything Red Guy doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to be an adult and have a boring office job. He
Yeah.
wants to be a kid and explore the world with his imaginary friends. This
I
is
kinda see
why
that.
Roy is presented as a villain in this world,
Mhm.
because he is inside the mind of Red Guy. The world around him despises him, so it's not surprising
Not really.
that he's placed
Everyone
in
I
a
know
bad
loves
light.
Roy,
I think
or are
Father's
scared
Day
of
is
him.
the metaphorical look at this date, but the literal sense for the story's lore, it's Red Guy's birthday, the
Okay.
day before he became an adult. After he realized he was no longer going to be a child, he ran away to his imaginary world where he made
Alright.
time stop. On
They
June
did in
19th,
the official
so he
show. I
couldn't
know it's
get
not really
any
connected,
older.
but
He
they
has
did.
been missing
Yellow did go
ever
to his
since.
imaginary
The
world.
Red Guy is trying so hard to not become an adult.
If you guys
but
wanna
no
think
matter
like
how
that.
hard he tries to fight it, his taste in everything is changing. He can't help himself, and so he begins to say things that only adults would say.
Yeah. That sounds really boring.
That sounds really boring.
He no longer wants to go on adventures and would much rather sit down and watch TV.
Yeah. We don't really want to. We're going to miss our show.
The third episode seems to
Dude,
be
I'm
the
telling
yellow
you,
guy,
I'm
but
addicted
if
to this.
you pay attention to the background, Red Guy is there watching along. He's
Yeah.
just choosing not to join in. After
Okay,
episode
but what
4,
about
however,
Bird on the other
Red Guy
side?
finally decides to leave his imaginary world and travels back to the real world. And Roy just so happened to be watching him
Yes,
at the
sir.
left. Episode 5 doesn't have Red Guy on stage, but he very clearly is still watching from the outside, meaning he still hasn't let go. And we get to see how his imaginary friends react when they realize their friend is gone. We cut to episode 6.
They didn't really
and we see
care.
Red Guy trying to fit into
They were like, I
society,
guess
but
someone's
all the
missing.
adults around
I don't
him
know who
are
it is.
boring and dull. He tries to get others involved by singing the creativity song, but because they're fully grown adults, they find it stupid and boo him off stage.
That
causing
sounds
Roy
really
to appear
stupid.
from Red
Or that
Guy's
sounds really
subconscious,
boring.
suggesting that it's time to move on. Red Guy refuses,
Oh.
most likely due to his humiliation, and decides to hide away from reality in his mind once again.
So is he still on stage at this point then? Like, where's he walking if he's still on stage?
Trying to relive his childhood fantasies. You know how you look back on fond
Through
memories
yellow, though?
and then you try to relive those memories, but they never turn out as good? Well, that seems to be what Red Guy is doing here. He's trying to bring back his old
Okay.
imaginary friends and add new ones, but it goes all
Yeah.
horribly wrong. That is
You guys see the horse in that? Oh my gosh.
and reaches out to him. Roy is reaching out to help him. Roy is basically telling him it's time to say goodbye to your old imaginary
Now, I
friends.
believe that a
You
lot
need
more
to pull the
than
plug on this whole
how
thing
he explained it
and
earlier.
fully let go. This is
When he
why
says
Roy
reaching
doesn't
out to
try
him,
stop
then it makes more
It's
sense.
something the Red Guy has to do. The ending represents a cycle. The fact that
Yep.
the notepad began to sing shows us that it's happening all over again.
Maybe he had a kid.
However, 19th of June changes to the 20th of June. As you can see,
And
the
he grew up.
characters are different colors, meaning this is not the same person. This is someone different. The fact that they
Okay.
are all their favorite colors from episode 1 is most likely just an Easter egg, or it could be looked at as a representation of how we sometimes pass our views and interpretations onto a new generation. Red
Mhm.
Guy is an adult now, and his favorite color was blue.
Maybe.
Therefore,
Also,
he
like I was
passes
saying, it could
views
be his
onto
kid.
the next generation.
I know
yeah,
it
to
said the
sum this
19th,
up,
but what if this was like
is
years
another
later?
child about to go through the same lesson Red Guy went through. Roy appears in the corner while the credits
Hello, Roy.
roll,
I can't even see you
symbolizing
right
that
now.
you
Like,
can't
it's so
run
dark.
away
He's
from growing
supposed to be
up, and
right.
we all have to face him.
Jesus, how do I point? Somebody help
Then
me.
we
There.
move on to the teaser trailer that tells us Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is coming to television or some kind of streaming service, who knows.
Mhm.
So what is going on in this particular teaser? Well, according to this article, Becky and Joe have only filmed the pilot episode. So everything
Yes.
we see in the teaser trailer is just footage of one episode.
I want to
So it's
see the
impossible
episode,
to say
though.
what the entire series
I-
is going to be about.
Wait!
From
Wait,
what
wait,
we
did you
can
guys see that?
This episode does possible to
Oh my god. Do you guys see who is on the left there? That's yellow guy's imaginary brother. What the heck? What? I didn't know he was in there.
say what the entire series is going to be about, but from what we can see, this episode does seem
That's
to be
crazy.
about safety.
That's
with
the biggest
security
mind blow I've
cameras,
had through this whole
locks,
video.
keys, all that kind of stuff. But my guess is the storyline will have been resolved by the end. Then episode 2 will most likely be a completely different
for something
story
completely
and
different.
lesson, just like the original series, except these episodes will most likely be a lot longer and with a much bigger budget. Film
Yeah.
Theory made a video talking about this too, but he kind of missed the information where the creators said they've only made one episode. So a
Yeah.
good portion of that video doesn't really age well with this information. Plus,
I'm
a
still
good
gonna
portion
react
of
to it,
his
though.
theory is relying on his previous theory to be correct too. This new season, or whatever you could call it, is definitely not a sequel to episode 6 from the web series. As we see June
It's a-
19th in the corner in one of the
It's a
scenes,
completely
the
different
characters
series.
are their original colors as well, so there's that. So this will most likely be a prequel that shows us some of the puppets' older adventures, or
no.
it will just be non-canon and its own separate entity. At the
No,
end of the day,
I can't
despite
pause
what
it.
I've
I said I
said,
wasn't
if you
going
still
to.
believe the
I
media
think the
theory makes
TV
sense,
series is canon.
that's
This is
perfectly
non-canon.
fine. All I ask is if someone brings a new interpretation to the table, then don't just discredit them straight away. There are problems with all theories. but
I'm
there can
sorry,
be
it's what I
sometimes where
do.
we
He's
take
calling
the
me
fact
out.
as gospel against any other interpretation without realizing what's wrong with it. That can sometimes be harmful because the reason we make theories is to start a conversation about something we love. not to end the discussion entirely. So, with that in mind, I highly encourage you to make your own interpretation on this show.
He's
in the
got
comments
Patreons.
below, and
Boy's
for
gonna be
any other
rich.
future
So that was Inside of Mine's Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared theory. There were some pretty interesting points there. I actually have a unique opinion on these things. I think it's a mix between their two. And like I said, boys, I'm going to be streaming like maybe an hour after this video goes up, maybe 2. It depends on how well it does. Let me know if you want me to make a theory. I'll make my own theory. I can't promise you it's going to be good, but it's going to be a theory that I truly believe in. Every part that I believe is going to be in that theory. And I'll probably actually be doing it about the, what's it called? The TV show? Yeah, the official TV show. I'll see if I can make a theory on that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And until the next one, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
It's the it's that I said the